Welcome everyone, we are live here from Volusia Speedway. It is time for the, give me just a second, the BRP Sprint 360 Sprint Series. Going to be joined with me in the booth, Tony or Pat Trapasso. Which one do you prefer more, Tony or Pat? Okay, I was always wondering. Also, joining us in the booth is going to be newcomer, but you have heard him, but he is a newcomer to ESPN. Frank Marchese joined us in the booth. Frank, how are you tonight?
Good. How you doing today?
Good. Dirt racing. Tony, you know all about this place. Tell us a little bit about Volusia Speedway and what these guys are going to be dealing with.
We are currently at the world's fastest half mile. This speedway has been around forever, and every winter, anybody that's anybody as far as dirt racing goes looks forward to Speed Weeks. It's 12 days
right.
of 12 straight nights of racing action at this February. It's a beautiful thing. NASCAR has Daytona. IndyCar has the Indy 500. Dirt racing, you want to come to the Dirt Car Nationals every February.
I got you. And, of course, this place, right now you can see the track is a highline. Now, tell us a little bit about this league. You know more about this than us because they're up from your area, from what I'm guessing anyway. You know a lot about a lot of this league, I guess.
Well, a lot of the guys in this league are from the greater Northeast area. As far, for example, our title sponsor, BickNell Racing Products, Ontario, Canada, they've also got a store over on the American side in Niagara Falls. And they've been around for 40 years.
Really?
They are.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Pete BickNell and his wife and his partners, Randy and Tracy Williamson. Great people, real down-to-earth people, some of the most knowledgeable people about dirt racing.
So what is BickNell exactly? I'm guessing they make, racing parts, correct?
They do. They manufacture big block and small block dirt modified style cars. They racing, come on, brother up. But they also work with drag racers from the area.
Okay.
They work with kart racing from the area. So everything from karts and quarter midgets all the way up to pro.
So they're involved in everything racing.
I know.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, if it has to do with going fast with an internal combustion engine in the vehicle, BickNell Racing Products is your go-to place for all your
Now, needs. Frank, you're new to dirt racing, and I don't want to put you on the spot out or anything like that, but you are new to dirt racing. What is one of the things that you hope to learn or something? You was talking about you don't have any idea how these guys drive these cars. I mean, it's a tough car to drive, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, no, I could definitely see it just watching these guys at the practice laps. I can see it's an immense amount of car control and discipline just to get one of these things around here. As we see a couple of guys weaving coming down this front straight here, it is definitely. I'm just more interested in learning more about another discipline of racing that's not oval or IndyCar or Formula One that I've been accustomed to for as long as I've been watching
now
racing.
Pat, of course, or Tony, I'm sorry, you pretty much grew up around this stuff. Dirt racing is your forte, let's just be honest. These cars, very tough to drive, like we just mentioned. What is some of the...
Don't really drive them.
What is some of the things, what is some of the things about Volusia with these cars, that these guys are going to be facing a little bit tonight?
Well, biggest thing is going to be the way that the track is hitting the sun is hitting the track. Most of the Dirt Car National stuff that you're going to see if you ever tune into, or if you ever make it down here in February, it's going to happen at night. It is on this track. It's going to beat the hell out of it. It's going to drive the hell out of it. and you're going to see the low line dry out quickly. And you're going to see these guys running up near that guardrail, and it's very deceiving, especially going down the back chute. I call it a back chute.
It's not straight. Yeah.
This track is by far a D-shaped dirt demon. See that there's a cutout just on the exit of 2.
Dangerous, by the way.
And if you jump the cushion coming off of 2, your mouth are going to be, well, Doc, the last thing I remember was dirt sky, pretty nurse.
And by the way, there's the famous Tony words that we've been missing on ESPN. It's good to have you back in the booth, by the way. I just want to point that out. We haven't heard you. I haven't heard you in a while. I know you've been doing a couple broadcasts lately. It's good to actually have you back in the booth.
Well, it's good to be back. And the biggest thing is to give a big thank you to the most awesome fiance a guy could ever ask for. Your fiance just got out of the hospital earlier today. I was hoping to spend more time with her than I was able to.
And we told you no.
And she's still letting me
That's
come
awesome,
here and play with you guys for a few.
No
few
joke
hours.
though.
But,
you better thank her, because if you don't, you're in trouble. Just saying.
No, I have, and the other thing too is you get everybody in the chats on both YouTube and Facebook, just give a thanks to Julie for letting me come join you guys tonight. This is gonna be fun.
Do got Sam Cooper Bennett, the owner or co-owner of ESPN. We got the other co-owner in here, Tony, of course, but we do got him monitored in chat. I think everybody actually in here's kind of watching. I know you're watching it, Tony, as well, and all that good stuff. So qualifying is done. We do got 2 heat races coming up. We did get a few more drivers, by the way. 13 drivers actually did come out for a Tuesday night race, which is awesome. So we are going to have 2 heats, of course. Every driver is going to make the field, but it's only 8 laps. Frank, 8 laps in a heat race, and this goes for asphalt. It does not matter. Like I said earlier, Frank's new to the dirt side, but it does not matter if it's asphalt or dirt. How aggressive are you going to be on these? I mean, this is starting positions, let's be honest.
The shorter the race, the more pressure is put on you to advance positions as quickly as you possibly can, and that's what the aim of these heat races are going to be, is just trying to get up to the front as quickly as possible and doing it as safely as possible.
Yeah, and Tony, you can bounce off that as well. So let me ask you, low line starting out, or do you go straight to the high line? I mean, this is not Eldora, but we're going to see the high line, like you said.
Absolutely. You're going to see guys up on that cushion that's already starting to form. But Frank, especially in the winged sprint cars are about the only car you're going to be able to pull this feet off with. Put your foot to the floor, press it down as hard as you can.
Don't lift.
Don't lift until the
you
checkered
do
flag
not
flies.
lift. That's one thing I've learned about driving, because I'm not the biggest fan of the 360. I'm a fan of it. I drive more the 305s more, which is a lot easier because I suck at racing. So, we kind of drive them more. I love these cars, though. Like, they are honestly a blast.
Yeah, you got to put your big boy pants on sometime and drive the 410.
410. No, that don't happen. I'll be honest. One car I cannot drive, dirt midgets I can't drive. And for some odd reason, I can't drive no late model. It don't matter if it's the limited, the pro, it does not matter. I can't drive them. No idea why. Maybe I'm just bad.
Because you're trying to drive it like
yes.
a car, it's not.
Whatever,
anyways, heat number 1
bring us to the green,
on the
Tony.
Track right now.
Because we haven't heard you do it in a while, so I want to let you do it.
Coming into the turn 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to do as we get this thing underway is grab a tear off, pull the belts tight. Grandpa, it's time to pop a Viagra because we're about to get it on in Volusia, Florida.
Green flag is out of the air. So let's see. 33, possibly going to go to the high line. Nope, he's going to drop right to the bottom. That was Patrick. Well, as soon as I say that, he's able to put a slide underneath and take the lead away from the number 10, Thomas Richards.
The bottom line's already started to take some rubber, and I'm thinking that the Miller Genuine Draft number 33 got it right as far as setting up for a track that's going to start to rubber.
You said this was open, correct?
I believe it's open set.
Either way. It's going to be fun because explain a little bit. By the way, we talked about this pre-race. These wings are going to be big adjusted during this race.
But when you're on the track, that's really the only thing you can adjust. You know, and that's the good part about running a wing sprint car. You know, these guys are going to start with the track's got a lot of bite to it. You're going to start with that wing as far forward as you can get to try to loosen the car up. And then as the track starts to slick off, as the cushion starts to move closer to that set of Armco barriers on the outside retaining wall, you're going to slide that wing back to try to put the leverage on those meaty rear tires.
Yeah, who was that? Oh, he's stuck. Yep, 39.
It's a 39.
Having some trouble.
Might have a right front wheel gone.
Yeah, he got the wall hard. And oh, there you go. Either way.
Yeah, he broke the right front suspension on it.
He went to the pit. And we stayed green, of course. 2 laps to go. Coming to the white flag. It is Patrick Roser up front, but we got a good battle up front right now for this lead.
I'm Richard in the 3 that's actually a 10 all over his tail tank right now as white flag
flags
in the
out.
air, I believe.
Patrick Roser with the win. Yep.
Checker flags out.
What was you seeing there, Frank? Sorry.
They're coming on with the victory.
What was you seeing there, Frank? I apologize.
No, I was just going to say I'm just sitting there watching, especially in that camera that's showing as the cars squat down going into turn 1 and just grip.
Really
it's unbelievable. Absolutely love seeing that.
You should see it on the bull-ring tracks that they put these things on. They actually back the car into the cushion. You know, you throw the car sideways, put the car back into the cushion, and your foot's never off the gas. You let it just hit the cushion and shoot down the straightaway. As our second heat race started, he's starting to roll off.
Love the wheel spin for the
Travis Miller's going to down the point for this one. He's going to be joined.
I'm not going to lie, by the way. That is one thing I've noticed in iRacing the last few races, especially a lot of short tracks. You see the pace truck get wheel spin like heavy. I don't know. Yeah, like they get it. Like, you know, he's digging ruts in the dirt right now. I'm just saying, you know, whatever. All right, so we're ready to get heat race number 2 underway. As Travis Miller going to be starting up front in the number 22 car as we get set to go here in just a few moments. And Frank, in honor of your first, I don't know if it's your first official broadcast because I think you helped out last night, but I wanted you to bring them to the green this time. So there you go.
You did.
So you can bring them to the green this time because, you know, you're kind of new still to broadcasting. Even though you work for CBS Sports, you're going to bring them to the green because, you know, why not?
Getting set to go for heat number 2 as they are now entering corner number 3. Waiting for the pace truck to peel off here. As he gets the entrance of pit road, he will, and we are off and running for heat number 2.
Already, yeah.
Miller getting a great jump, and they're already 3 wide as they come out at turn number 2, side by side. Miller, Henshaw, and
Travis,
Pachalis? Tyler, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tyler.
Hey, you can't even go far. Up front for the lead.
Anyway.
Good battle going on right now between the 46 and 22. This is Henshaw and Miller.
Henshaw and Miller in lockstep right now as they are just cranking off these laps. The 6/10 to the good over 3rd place, Tyler, as he's going side by side with Trent Curtis
Tyler
right now.
Tyler going to take that spot away in that 3rd spot. Still watching this battle up front for the lead. Everybody's kind of single filed out. Now, Frank, from your asphalt experience, it's very tough. When somebody gets out, it's tough to run somebody down. Let's just be honest, no matter where you are on track. How do you go about trying to make up time, whether it's asphalt or dirt? How do you, do you change lines? What is your goal as far as that goes?
You stick with what you're most comfortable with, at least on asphalt. This way, at least if you're trying to move around and you're trying to do something you're not all that comfortable with, you make more chances for a mistake. You stick what you're comfortable with, and
so Tony,
hope the
in
car
dirt,
comes
do
to
you do that same thing? Do you want to try to mimic the guy in front of you, or do you look for something different?
You never want to draft on dirt because you're going to be ripping tear-offs all night long. Because you're just going to get mud thrown right at your head. What I'm doing is every time I'm on dirt, I'm always looking for where is the moisture. If you look right where those guys are running, the top line, see that darker area. There's 3 lines. You'll see the shiny area. That's where the track is slicked over. You'll see an area just above that. It's
and now, when you say slick, for people that don't know dirt racing, when you say slicked off, that means it's dried up, correct? Like rubber.
Track has gone completely dry. It's like my grandmother used to say, it's drier than a popcorn fart.
Oh God. Well,
but I think this camera on the broadcast is really showing that brighter run into the entry of 1 there.
Right, and then you'll see that really loamy area up towards the top as hot laps underway right now. Giving these guys an idea of what they're going to be facing in the
I'm showing it on a broadcast right now. I mean, you can see what you're talking about. The slick versus the dark or whatever.
Okay, but up that high line where that real loamy area is, you'll see where the I think it's the number 3. It could be the number 6 who's imitating well. Guy that just got the race car through the face.
He did too.
There's a perfect example with the 22 of
barrier,
what I was talking about with that all jutting out.
And how quick does that come up on these guys? It's got to come up quick. I mean, because especially if you're running the high line.
Very. The thing is, you don't even realize you're there until after.
And of course, you was talking about this track not really a back straightaway. We just had a good shot of that a moment ago. You can tell that it is a D. It's not necessarily a straight line, so you're basically turning this car quite a bit.
The D-shaped dirt demon of the south.
So we are getting ready to go racing here for our main feature race. Warm-ups underway.
Anyways, getting back to what I was talking about real quick before we do that. That loamy area, and you'll see the 33 is putting his right rear tire into it. That's what they refer to as the cushion.
Right.
There's a berm, basically, a dirt berm that is to form up there.
So let me ask you this, because this line's going to gradually push up to the wall. Will that berm go away completely? And
absolutely.
I mean, maybe not this race, but in like the very long races.
I have seen it at places like Knoxville during the Knoxville Nationals, the Knoxville Nationals, where if you're not running with your rear bumper touching the guardrail, you're not going to be fast because the cushion has just gone away.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You got to start looking. For where can I put this car? Where is this track going to what they generally call rubber in, where it's slick, and then so many people have just spun their tires on it that the dirt actually takes on rubber, and it almost turns into it'll feel to the driver like they're running on asphalt.
That's interesting.
And the car will tighten up to. It's crazy how quickly it can tighten up. You'll go from dangerously loose.
We're going to see this track actually get black in certain corners, correct?
Yeah. Normally, it's going to be. You're going to see it going into 3, and you should see it completely through 1 and 2, all the way to that cutout on the backstretch.
I mentioned Frank a moment ago, new to the whole thing of dirt racing. I still don't quite understand how a dirt track takes rubber. To me, that's the weird thing. I don't know.
Well, when you spin tires
so it gets like hard.
The dirt, and that's right, and that's when I say the track gets dry slick. It goes dry slick. The tires are doing nothing but just packing that dirt, packing that dirt, and packing that dirt. And then they're spinning their tires on it as they're packing it. Rubber that's being ripped off the tires is getting pushed into the dirt.
All right, well, ready to kick off. Now, by the way, this is not 4 points. I just want to point this out. So this is more a practice for these guys that they could use for their points race that they run on Monday. I believe their series may be getting transferred over to Tuesday. So big thing here. Once again, Tony, you're going to be bringing us to the green because I just love hearing it. I'm not going to lie. I miss hearing that. That is one thing I miss the most, I think, about you broadcasting.
Oh, thanks. But I got to tell you, I actually borrowed that from Shane Andrews, the announcer for Dirt Car Northeast. He borrowed it from him, and I'm freely admit that I borrowed it from him because he's one of the best. All right, we're going to have the button as the field works its way into the 3-4 complex. 35 laps of scheduled distance here at Volusia. Grab those belts, take another tear off, and Grandpa Papa Viagra, it's
green
time
flag
to
is
get it
back out in
on.
the air for the feature race as we go down into turn 1. The battle right now is going to be for P number 2 with Kyle Henshaw and Travis Miller. Actually, I'll take that back. It is basically a battle for the lead with all 6 of these top cars right now.
It's a nice jump for the 33.
So you see right there, he went straight to the high line. The 46 is working that low lane. And slide and back over a crossover and at the line. Not sure. I think the 33 was able to lead that lap. Good little battle up front.
I give that one to Riser by 15 one-thousandths of a second at the stripe as they're still slugging it out. Here comes Miller, Henshaw right next to him as 9 one-thousandths of a second for Miller.
So I'm seeing the low line just like we would see in asphalt, Frank. The low line works, but the high line, using the high line momentum, carrying all that speed off the corner.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the 33 just did to try to regain the lead. Unfortunately, lost it going back into the 3. Here he's about to do it again.
The problem is that low line is getting slick, and that's exactly what you just saw. Riser hit that slick spot, and he was along for the ride at that point. Until he caught the cushion coming off of 4, he was not in control of that car, and it was a good thing that
looking a little
Miller
bit further back in the field, I'm looking
space.
at Corby Daniels. He's back to 10th right now. He's actually dropped from 7th to 10th into this race, so he's back 3 spots just in 7 laps. And I'm going to be honest, that's quite a bit to make up in a dirt race. You hate dropping spots in dirt racing, let's just be honest, because how tough it can be to pass, especially on the long run.
Absolutely. It looks like Corby may have missed on the setup, but Miller and Riser, they're just throwing bombs at each other, and Henshaw's just watching.
Yeah, we'll even hop on board here with Henshaw and show you. Look at the dirt that is on that as he's watching this battle for the lead. Good battle up in front of him. Great deal for this battle for the top spot. As yeah, right. How tough is it? Like on iRacing, I know how tough it is because I've been in it. You do got the option to do the tear-offs. But in real racing, it's got to be tough to reach up and grab one of those things while you're going this fast.
What they do is they stack them
right,
staggered. You get a tear offs. There's usually 15 a pouch, and depending on how the track normally goes, if the track normally goes dry slick, by the time you get to the feature,
right,
you're not going to put quite as many on as if early in the season, and the track is just
we got a yellow.
It is hell.
Yep.
As the yellow flag does come out. It's me.
Don't. I think it might have maybe. Yeah, I think it was the 12.
It's this one here, the 12. Yeah. He had a moment before coming off of 4 where he
the
was
wall.
down,
Yeah, I've seen that.
nose first into the inside wall, and then he had another moment, I guess, going into 1 here.
Now, Frank, I can ask you the same question, or another question as well. Under a yellow, say if you're somebody like Corby who's back in 10th, lost 2 spots, it's got to be tough to regain confidence after losing some spots. How do you go about trying to get that back under caution?
Well, it depends. It's right now you're using this caution here to think about what you can do to get back up and think about what you did to lose play. But then to think about what you can do to change to get back up to where you were.
Biggest thing that you're going to be doing is, especially on a dirt track like this, you're going to be looking at the track, trying to read it and go, okay, this spot's starting to get dark. spot's starting to get shiny. Spot looks like it's got moisture. This spot doesn't, etc. You're looking for where can you put this car.
And I'm guessing a lot of guys are also going to make the adjustment on their wings during the caution because it's a lot easier to make the adjustment. Some guys have it mapped to their steering wheel. I always did. But I would say that you would start making some sort of adjustments to your car. What adjustments you can do, that is,
Absolutely.
Under caution. Yep.
Absolutely. As the lights are out on the Chevy Silverado Pace truck, Travis Miller going to lead us back. Going to have the button. Kyle Henshaw, Josh Richards, your top four. So we are just about halfway through this piece now. As Miller pulls the trigger, we are back underway, and they're banging wheels.
Yeah, and that's a very important thing. It does not matter, but how about that? Even that was Crenshaw that actually got back up there. Here's putting pressure on the lead as they work out of turn 4. Still running that low line, by the way, which is, I don't know. I mean, right now this track is very raceable as we got a yellow.
That 21 was moving up before that first caution came out, and he just used the inside line to take fourth there just before it did come out. As you see the
he just put out of the pits. I'm wondering if that's what actually brought the caution out, where he was kind of slow coming out of the pits, because I didn't see anybody. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, caution number 2 comes out onto the racetrack. No big deal. One thing I love about dirt racing is, you know, there ain't, especially on iRacing, there's nothing to clean up, and the cautions at all dirt tracks are very short, so we get back to racing really quick. And I love seeing that. So, you know, that's just me.
And we are just past halfway, and they are going to go.
So that's interesting. So
on the restart,
Frank, as a driver that runs in asphalt quite a bit, do you prefer the single file restart? I guess it depends what position you're in.
It definitely does. There are certain tracks where you would rather be on the inside line, on the outside line. The single file restarts, it's been, honestly, it's something that we haven't done as far as asphalt drivers. Something we really haven't done in so long. You just kind of get used to.
You probably prefer that the other night.
At this stage.
For people that don't know, Frank runs in a league that we broadcast on Saturday, and it's a great league, I'm not going to lie. It's called the WOS CRL, and it's a throwback. And, you know, sorry about that. If things did not work out great for him.
No, I got stacked up several times, wrecked under a red flag. Yeah, it was an entertaining night. Fortunately, the first points race, which I'm no longer driving in it now.
Which is awesome.
I'm going to be in the booth with you. For those races, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, that first race did not go well for me.
Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado Pace truck as Miller going to have the button one more time. Brings it out of turn number 4. Drops the hammer. We are back underway.
Yeah, there it is. I was wondering. I've seen somebody wrecking back there, and I could not tell.
There it is.
And that's a big wreck because that was a 33 that was involved. And we'll back this up and actually look at a replay. It might take me just a second here, but this actually happened on the restart. This was the 21 that Frank was just talking about, and the 33 getting together. And we're going to probably have to get a little bit closer than this and see if we can see what happened.
33 start on the pole for the main, the 21 moving up. 33 just he wanted that space a little bit earlier than the 21 did.
That happens from time to time. I mean, especially with the way passing is here tonight. We know how tough it is here tonight. So it looks like guys are trying to take advantage of that. Let's go through some of these cars and actually look at some of these paint schemes, just because I love dirt paint schemes. So there you go. We'll take a look here at some of the drivers as we get set to go back green here in just a moment. Of course, tonight's race is sponsored by, or the whole series sponsored by BickNell Racing Products. We do appreciate them very much. As you see some of the, I like that one. That's a nice looking paint scheme. Oh, look at Colby Daniels. That's a nice looking scheme. Good looking schemes out here. All right. So we'll be getting ready to go back green here in just a moment. Once again, here's a look at your sponsors. You see them popping up on screen. We do appreciate all these guys. These guys appreciate it very much. Couldn't do it without them. BickNell Racing Products, airstove.com, outdoor wood furnace, which we got to look up more information about that because I'm still not 100% sure on what exactly that is. But there you go, Rival Powder Coating Sandblasting. So, all right. Pace lights are off as we are getting set to go back green here in just a moment. As we watch the pace car drop in, the green flag set to wave. There it goes. Green flag is out. And at 22, how about that launch, Frank? And that's always important to get a good restart.
That's a big restart jump there from the 22. Got himself out.
Yeah, and one thing about this, and here's what I love most about iRacing. You're racing with guys from all around the world. Sitting here looking, Travis Miller, Canadian. There's a bunch of Canadians and USA guys in here, which is very awesome. It's actually about the same amount. We got about 6 or so USA and 6 or so in Canada, so that's pretty awesome. Right now, the Canadian is leading the way. We may have a caution come out as Tyler having some trouble. Yep, back there in the back. That is 21. He's able to keep it going, so no yellow coming out right now. Back up front as our top 3 have checked out. We got to go back to P5, which is right here. This is Hunter Hallberg up on that hotline with Edward, and I'm not going to butcher your last name. I apologize. I just cannot. But anyway, yeah, that is a long name.
Burger.
But
I'll apologize to the 21 there. The commentator's curse
did that. By the way, that was a real thing at one point.
Stage.
Yes, yeah. They
I believe it.
Still is.
Oh, so it did happen last time. We got another car around. Caution coming out. 3 is upside down. He's trying to get that car back going. And well, upside down. Oh. This was actually, yeah, that was a
just
6.
Going around.
Oh, we're going to get another look.
Goodness, the 5's going to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Smack him with the rear tire. Get him out. 6 hit the wall. 3
and
had nowhere to go.
Right
5
here,
nowhere to go.
Colby come in and then get him pretty good. Or Corby. I don't know why I keep calling him Colby, but Corby, as he comes in right here and gets him pretty good.
Trying to gas it up to get righted.
That's a tough thing to do.
Gassed it right in front of him.
So we're going to be going back green with about 2 laps to go, I would expect. And, well, Frank, you know this well as anybody. You're going to be super aggressive here on this restart.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would not be surprised if the 22 tries to, not going to say jump the restart, but try to gain a strategic advantage by going before the lights turn green.
Well, the thing is, once the pace car clears the track on
It's
dirt,
all legal.
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Which is why you see him backing off from that pace truck a little bit. He is going to have
By the way, guys, tomorrow night,
the start.
You'll be able to hear Frank back into the booth, and I think Tony's going to be up there with him, broadcasting the championship race, by the way. That'd be awesome.
And we might have Byron with us as well.
He's good. Brings a lot of excitement. Always a good thing. But y'all going to be calling the championship race for the Top Fuel Racing League. And I think John Poole might be the points leader in that still. And then he clinched last week.
He clinched last week.
So then also we'll
Milwaukee.
have Dirty Monkey Asphalt Series. That will be live tomorrow as well. All right, here we go. We're ready to get this one back underway. Coming to 2 laps to go. Who's it going to be?
Fuller has control of the field. Henshaw got to have the restart of his life right now as we are
coming out of
popsicle
turn
sticks in the air.
But way better.
And restart the last.
Well, somebody blinking right there. Pat 46 sent it in. Yeah, he really sent it in. He's blinking just a little bit here, but still able to get to the white flag.
Saw the 12 sitting there at pit exit.
Travis Miller going to work out of turn 4. He's going to pick up the win here at Volusia. Battle going to be for 3rd, and it does go to Richard, and Kyle Henshaw going to finish in P number 2. Good win here as the fireworks apparently go off now in the daytime. Good win here for our race leader, 22, Travis Miller, picking up the big win here tonight. We're going to try to talk to him. Give us just a second. And we will be right back right after a quick ESPN commercial break. All right, welcome back here to the channel. We're going to try to bring in Travis Miller as we will talk to him. Travis Miller, it's Adam, Tony, and Frank down in ESPN. You got a copy? Man, P won tonight, and
yeah, but I got
it was impressive. You basically was out front and had to make some tough passes at the beginning. We noticed you started navigating all over the racetrack, but these restarts are very important. Talk us through your race, man. It was very impressive.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep Kyle behind me there. He was pretty quick all night, and I noticed the bottom and 3 and 4 started coming in late, and I just didn't want to give that up.
And not only that,
made sure I hit that line every time.
We noticed some cars moving around. How much was you really worried about some of these guys behind you as this race went on? I mean, it was tough to hold on to that lead. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I saw that Kyle behind me was trying to top in some spots and sliding through the corner a little bit, and I just had to hold dedicated to my line and hope that
you got any questions?
I didn't miss my marks.
I just got to commend you for a well-run race. You basically had control of it from lap 2 on. Are you guys running open sets, or is this a fixed set league?
This is a fixed setup league, and I just got to thank the guys that commit to racing this series. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do it. So thanks to all the boys, and
good job tonight, man. Hey, you want to give me a shout out?
Getting better. Yeah, I guess shout out to the BRPI Racing Series. If you guys want to join the league, hit us up on Facebook, and we'll give you a few trial races and see how you do. And hopefully, it just keeps on growing from here. And thanks for you guys putting this on.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Move him back up. I hope I got him right.
Thanks, guys.
By the way, that was actually on my end. I did not have my custom numbers turned on. So, yeah, that was my fault. I was wondering, I was like, wait, what are they talking about? But yeah, that was on my end. All right, here we go. Let's bring in Kyle Crenshaw. I'll pull him in now. Or Kyle Henshaw, as I butcher people's names again. Kyle, it's Adam down in the booth. You got a copy? Finishing second tonight. Not bad, yes, honestly. Overall, a solid run. You looked like you was really starting to try to run down. You started sending it in pretty deep there during the last part of this race. But talk us through your night, man. Not too bad of a night.
Yeah, had a pretty strong car all night long. Had a shot there at the end of the race. That last caution really helped me out. But just didn't have enough for Travis there at the end. But
yeah, now talk to us. How much did this track change over the course of this race? I mean, it was only 40 laps, but the track did look like it changed quite a bit from our standpoint.
Yeah, definitely with the green flag laps, it started slicking off probably about a lane off the bottom to the top. But, you know, it definitely, you had to be patient and gentle with the throttle to keep the wheel spin from happening. You would wheel spin coming off the corner, you'd lose a whole bunch of ground, and that makes a whole bunch of difference with these cars. But you know, it's pretty fun, you know, driving with these guys. I really enjoy racing with them. Too bad I can't.
Well, you did a good job nonetheless. Tony, you have any questions for Kyle? Man, you got any shout outs you want to give out?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast. Enjoyed watching you guys here on my phone, and shout out to everybody that watched.
Hey,
Thanks
good
for
job
tuning
tonight,
in,
man.
and we'll see you on.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, Thomas Richards, who
Thank you.
finishes in P number 3. Let me see if I can grab him here tonight. Not.
Driver of the 3,
That's
the
everything up
10,
on my
that
end.
3, that
I got him as the
should
10
be
actually
10,
now.
That might be the
I got him
3.
as the 10.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas. Oh, Thomas Richards had him up in the booth. You get a coffee?
Man of many talents.
Since I had you as the 3 on my end earlier because I forgot to have custom numbers on. But no, man, honestly, not a bad night for you finishing P3, putting it on the podium. Anything you could have did a little bit different there to put yourself maybe gaining a spot or two, but I mean, it wasn't a bad race by any means.
Yeah, actually, it was my first time at Volusia, so I tried to do my best. But
How
That's
tough
how
is
it-
it, man? Because we was talking about this in a broadcast. How tough is it to determine what line you want to run, especially when you're behind somebody? You really don't want to follow the guy in front of you because if that's the case, you're never going to pass him. How tough is it? The lines change here quite a bit at a dirt race. How tough is it on your end to figure out which line you want to run going into the next corner?
I tried to see how slick is it, and on the black, it's not good. So I tried to go on the caution. every
Great
time,
job tonight,
so
man. You want to
it
give any
works
shout
well for
outs
me.
after putting that number 10 on the podium?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for Richard Bros Racing Team.
Hey, man.
And thank you guys.
Good job,
have a
buddy.
good night.
Trey Bond, mon ami,
There
Trey
you
Bond.
go. There is Thomas Richard finishing in P3 tonight. Not a bad night. Honestly, let's go over to Frank. Frank, thoughts on the race?
Quite an entertaining
was,
one.
yeah.
I'll give it that. That was over in a flash. It really was. It was a very quick, very fast pace. A lot of things happened in a very short amount of time. Very fun race to watch.
Tony, I know you got some thoughts on it, so I waited for you to go last. So go ahead and give your thoughts on tonight's race.
I was impressed
Yeah.
by the level of respect that these guys were giving each other. Running side by side on dirt in a car that you're not really in control of. This was impressive. It was very impressive to watch. I mean, yeah, we had a couple guys stepping on their own junk from here and there, but all in all, I mean, these guys were flat getting it from the time the green flag came out in hot laps, and you hardly saw. I mean, yeah, they'd bang wheels every
Right.
once in a while, but nothing malice. And just the level of trust that these guys have in each other, and you can tell that these guys run together regularly, and they're friends. And the last thing you want to do is stick it up your friend's butt, in a video game. Which
Right.
they say this is a simulator, but it's still a video game. But it's the most realistic video game you're ever going to play as far as racing goes.
I mean, you pretty much said it. The respect was given. You can tell these guys have raced with each other plenty of times. And as a non-dirt racer, I mean, I race it here a little bit, but not as much as what I used to. But to me, it's crazy how chaotic things get and how respectable you can be as the race goes on. Because like Frank said, how fast it was. I mean, it's really chaotic out there, especially at a place like this. So that was fun. But that'll do it for us tonight, guys. Congratulations to Travis, Kyle, and Thomas putting it on the podium. Be sure to check these guys out tomorrow when they're going to be at the booth for the Topville Racing season finale. And I'll be back at the booth tomorrow as well for the Dirty Monkey Asphalt series. So that would do it for us tonight, guys. Anybody else want to say anything?
If you say that
Oh,
series
I'm
fast,
completely aware of what it sounds
long,
like.
it sounds
I am
pretty.
completely aware. Anything else?
No, I'm looking forward to Pocono tomorrow in the Indy cars. Looking forward to see what you guys do on the full fendered side and the tin tops. The only thing to quote my good friend and co-founder of ESPN. The only
Have
thing
a
that's
good
left
night.
to
God
say is
bless.
keep it clean, keep it green, and we'll catch you in the next one.